What up, friends? I am Geoff Fienberg back here for OddsChecker.com/US, breaking down another week of PGA Tour action. This time it is the Valero Texas Open, friends. Hit that like button, sub, so these drop right into your feed each week, and tell me which player you like to win the Valero Texas Open. Well, it happened again. Dustin Johnson withdraws on the middle of a Monday afternoon, an event that he only entered late on Friday. He committed to, because I guess he felt he wanted some more cuts at it in competition before the Masters next week. Whoa. But he is withdrawn again on the Monday afternoon, which presented some opportunities to make some wagers. And in full disclosure, I even wore my Masters hoodie to my podcast recording yesterday. As a reminder, the Masters are next week, Jeff. Let's not lose our composure here. Let's have some fun, but the Masters are next week. So we don't want to be overcommitted at the Valero. It was a sound strategy. I talked myself through how I would implement that strategy. Then Dustin Johnson withdraws, and I essentially, I don't want to say panic bet, but I panic bet a couple guys because I just want the numbers now that Dustin Johnson was out of the field. So I'm probably now overexposed for Valero, something I was hoping not to do. I'm just playing with my strings. So yeah, that's just the reality of the situation. But I think with that, there have been some opportunities presented to us, friends. Valero Texas Open, TPC San Antonio, the Oaks course, nearly 7,500 yards, par 72. When we talk about what's important, ball striking, opportunities gained, driving distance, par fives, that is what I am looking for here. But just because we have left Florida, be it Sawgrass, Concessions, Honda, I mean, I know match play was not last week, obviously. That does not mean that we have left hard courses. TPC San Antonio, guys, these are some of the hardest greens to hit at this Oaks course. 57%, trailing only Riviera. These small greens, they're hard to hit. That's why we make ball striking quite important here as well. This is pretty awkward. This event has had more triple bogeys or worse than any course except PGA National or Sawgrass. What makes that one a little more interesting is the fact there's only like water on 3 holes here. So do not kid yourself. You could find a world of hurt on this course. Just because we are not in Florida, that doesn't mean you can't make an ugly triple bogey to sabotage your week or your weekend. So all things important to keep in mind here. It's going to be windy. It's Texas. We've seen weather waves, be it the morning wave or the afternoon wave, get completely blown out of a tournament on a Thursday. So again, Texas brings some elements to handicapping these things that we don't need to really hyper-focus on as much at other events. Nonetheless, here we are. I talked about being overexposed. I don't know what happened to me. The week started, I had zero interest. Not zero, but I didn't want to bet Tony Finau at 18-1. I didn't want to do it. I didn't care for it. It was something I was looking right past, and we were going to go past it. Dustin Johnson withdraws, and then in my opinion, yes, it's my opinion. These are my videos, and these are my opinions. Tony Finau is the best golfer in this field. Is he the most accomplished golfer? No, that's Jordan Spieth, who I think is incredibly live. And I thought about betting Spieth even with Dustin here. But it's Tony Finau for me. I got in at 18-1. You guys know I'm a Finau fanboy, but this opportunity to me get the best golfer in the field at that kind of number once Dustin withdrew, you can't put a price on peace of mind. So that's where I was. There are still 16-1s out there. I actually really like that. The fact that I rushed to bet an 18, 16 is a great number without Dustin Johnson. It really is. Using that odds checker grid, we have 11 to 1s out there. I think as low as 10 to 1. So 16 to 1, Bet365, Tony Finau. Let this be it, Tony. Let this be the time we can finally break through. I am going to be backing Tony Finau. No surprise there. Hey, you could follow me. You could fade me. You could fade me if you want. I'll give you other options. Don't worry. But I am committed to Tony Finau now near the top. Before Dustin Johnson withdrew, the only bet under 30 to 1 I really was considering and was confident I was going to make would have been the man, the Mexican Allen Iverson, Abraham Answer. Abraham Answer for me suits TPC San Antonio perfectly. Everything he does well here, in my opinion, suits how to succeed at TPC San Antonio on this Oaks course. We're obviously going to need the putt luck. That is without a doubt, but he is one of the premier ball strikers on tour, a very consistent driver, and it makes me sad to think about. We don't want to lament on the match play. The guy was 2-0 through his first 2 matches, was up 3 strokes in the middle of his back 9 versus Hovland and lost his match and subsequently lost the playoff to Kevin Streelman. He played outstanding for 80% of his 3 days at the match play. So I do like what I'm seeing. I wish he was able to go through, and it's more painful when breaking down Answer's elimination at the match play, because had he won that pod, which he was like a 98% favorite to do at probably one point on the Friday afternoon, he would have played Billy Horschel in the Sweet 16. That would have been his road to the finals. But I'm going to stick with Abe because I feel like we're on the precipice of a win. I feel like he's done very well at the comp courses that we can make here for TPC San Antonio. And don't kid yourself, I'm going back to it in another minute and might even do it again tomorrow. But I believe there's a nice play to look at guys that have won in Australia. Abe, well, never winning on the PGA Tour, did win the PGA Championship of Australia. That is no small feat. That is an incredibly quality event, always played on incredibly difficult golf courses. So full credit to Abraham Answer for that. There's as low as like 18 to 1s out there. I'm still in on the 22. I would get in on the 22. Can't believe I'm chalking up the Valero. It's quite disappointing. Because we're chalky, we're only going to leave one more pick today. I really like this pick. I love this pick. I love this pick. Shows you what he's going to do. It's Cam Davis, guys. Cam Davis, 45 to 1 using that odds checker grid. The Australian, another guy who's won the last Australian Open. So there's a trend for me there. Cam Davis, an incredible driver of the golf ball. The only time things got away from him is when he was unable to drive the golf ball. At the Honda, he was 8th off the tee, 13th with the approach. His short game abandoned him. That won't happen again. I am not expecting that to happen again. I think Cam Davis fits what is required at the Oaks course to a T. I'm expecting a very strong week from Cam Smith. 3 straight events. He lost that driver, be it at Riviera or through California, but he corrected that at the Honda, gaining over 3 strokes off the tee. So again, he was 8th in driving at the Honda while being 13th in approach at an incredibly difficult layout. So I really do like this. And I mentioned driving distance. He's ranks 9th in this field on the season per the past 36 rounds for his driving distance. When he is zoned in with those approach clubs, he's going to be a real tough out this week. So Cam Davis, I'm seeing that as low as 35 to 1 on the odds checker grid. So that's where we are. Finau, Answer, Cam Davis. I'm going to give you a little 3-pack. We'll be back more tomorrow with some props. I can give you a tease because before DJ withdrew, I could tell you all the guys I was thinking about betting, and it was all in that 40 to 60 to 1 range. So I'll give you a bunch of names right now. Maybe we'll bet one of them tomorrow, but the winner is probably going to come from this. I love Brendan Steele. I believe there's a 41 to 1 on him on DraftKings. I love Chris Kirk. There's a 45 to 1 on him on DraftKings. He's been playing outstanding. He's been as consistent as ever. I think Keegan Bradley at 60 to 1 or higher is incredibly live this week, the way he is striking the golf ball. Sam Burns in that 50 to 1 range. Guy gets a ton of birdie looks. Did he miss his window? I'm not sure. But if I didn't have Finau, that's what the whole card would have been. So DJ withdrawing might have been an epic miscalculation on my part. So I like to, and Harold Varner III, another guy that's won in Australia, who might be the guy we add to the card tomorrow. But hey, I don't know. People like to know because the guys I give you probably don't win, but the guys I'm thinking about picking have a nice track record also. But you can't bet everyone. It's hard because when you win, you want to win some money, right? You want to win some money. That's why we use the OddsChecker grid. We get the best numbers available. I don't want to be too overexposed because it's the Masters next week. I am so excited. And it's feeling more open than I felt it would have been a couple weeks ago. But hey, this is where we are. This is where we are, right? Dustin Johnson doesn't look his best. We'll see what happens at the Valero. Bryson's off a win at API. That's fantastic. Justin Thomas off a win at the Players. That's fantastic. Brooks Koepka, who knows if he's going to play. Rory McIlroy looks a little out of sorts. Is he going to fix it at the Masters? I'll tell you what. They hang a number on Rory. I'm going to be hungry next week. I'm Geoff Fienberg. I look forward to chatting with you tomorrow. I look forward to breaking down the Masters with you. It is that time of year. The flowers are blooming. Let's go. Let's change the grips on our own golf clubs, right? We're getting out there soon. I'm Geoff Fienberg. I'm out. My picks and units below. What is going on? Oh, you get this free extra 8 seconds, boys. Congrats.